Hi viewers, I'm Stella English and welcome to CrowdBox TV, where we show you some of the latest innovations, business ideas and projects from around the globe. Stay tuned for the next 30 minutes to take a look at this week's hottest crowdfunding projects. Now, whether it's age, genetics or simply lack of time, your muscles can only do so much. With Smart Mio, you can give your muscles that extra boost to recover faster and deliver better results for the same effort. Smart Mio is the world's first connected and wearable sports muscle stimulator. It uses electrical muscle stimulation, EMS, cleverly mimicking what your brain does when it transmits nerve impulses to engage your muscles during a workout. With Smart Mio, you get EMS whenever, wherever. Be among the first to use this lightweight yet hard-working device.
Introducing Smart Mio, a truly wearable smart training gadget offering ultimate mobility and sports performance enhancements. Smart Mio uses short electrical pulses to contract your muscles in exactly the same way your brain does during regular workout sessions. Simply attach the device to your body and use a companion mobile app to activate and control your workouts from your Android or iOS smartphone, whenever and wherever you feel comfortable. Smart Mio aids to boost your overall performance in any active sports through improving speed, strength, endurance, and resistance of 14 main muscle groups, enhancing the quality and time of your muscle recovery process, relaxing your muscles with stimulating massage, and providing advanced warm-up before intensive workouts or important competitions. And most of all, it delivers these benefits in a smart, flexible, comfortable, and safe way. With Smart Mio, you will completely transform your mindset and redefine your sports training experience.
Smart Mio was designed for maximum comfort and least interference with your daily routine. The key advantage of Smart Mio is that it allows you to stay mobile while you're training, and that's what makes it so unique and attractive. We think that it's definitely going to change the game in the active sports and personal fitness arena.
During the development of Smart Mio, we applied many years of experience in myostimulation in order to make the device effective, compact and easy to use.
As a former national level athlete, I understand the importance of active muscle recovery as well as extra strength training to address the weaker areas. What's more important thing is finding the right balance between your sports training, your day-to-day work responsibilities and your family commitments. I believe that Smart Mio is one of a kind device that can address both issues simultaneously.
What would you do if you saw a 15-foot-long velociraptor squeeze through the door of a huge ballroom where you were attending a party? Well, I found out this past October when I crawled inside my giant cardboard dinosaur creation and crashed a costume ball. The results? Have you ever seen a movie where a character walks into a school dance, the music screeches to a halt, and everyone stops mid-dance to ogle? Yeah, that was me, bringing a room of 200 partygoers to a literal standstill, wondering if they were in some augmented reality. At the end of the night, I not only walked away with first prize for my costume, I also left with the knowledge that tons of people wanted to become a dinosaur themselves. When I got home, I couldn't sleep, thinking that my geeky party trick could blossom into something else altogether. My name is Lisa Glover. I'm a technical entrepreneurship grad student at Lehigh University. When I created my giant dinosaur creation, I had no idea that other people would want one too. Armed with that knowledge and my passion for folding paper, I began developing a dino of a more manageable size that I call the Kit Rex. It's a flat-packed kit of specially cut Bristol board pieces that, when folded together, becomes a 3-foot-long velociraptor. I spent months perfecting the dinosaur design and folding method, testing each new version with kids to make sure that it was easy and fun to make. All of my prototypes were made using the laser cutter, and though I'm ready for production, the laser cutter just isn't fast enough for making an army of velociraptors. This is more than just a geek toy. It's a learning tool too. It is hard to find a child who isn't captivated by dinosaurs. So for parents, this is a great way to engage your child in science and physics while working together on a fun, no-mess craft. Inspire your child's imagination as a simple sheet of colored Bristol board is transformed into a three-dimensional dinosaur. These 3-foot-long velociraptors are just the beginning. When this campaign is successful, I plan on developing a whole Jurassic Park of these dinosaur creations. Pterodactyls, Stegosauruses, Brachiosauruses, and of course, the T-Rex. Imagine your child's room, or, if you're like me, your office, filled with a menagerie of these brightly colored prehistoric creatures. What's more, I plan to explore different scales too, so that someday you and your friends, or your kids, can walk around town or show up at parties as a giant dinosaur.
At Fuse Designs, they believe you shouldn't need to replace your old accessories every time you upgrade your phone. This is a nuisance for you and it's environmentally unfriendly. So, they created the EverDock Go with compatibility and beauty in mind. Whatever smartphone device you own, you can rest assured that the EverDock Go will charge your phone in style. Not only does the EverDock Go work with any phone, but it also fits in just about any car.
Has this ever happened to you? There are few things more frustrating than a dead battery. Charging your phone when you're in your car can be a real pain. Cords are unsightly, fall on the floor, or are taken from the car and not there when you need them most. Hello, I'm Cameron.
And I'm David. Last September we started Fuse Designs and launched the EverDock, the world's premier docking solution. Within 2 months of completing our campaign, we had shipped over 10,000 EverDocks to more than 6,000 people.
EverDock users were so pleased with their new docks that they requested we make an EverDock for their car. So we bring you the EverDock Go.
We researched the current offerings of stands and holders for the car, but were unimpressed with the cheap materials, the cumbersome installation, cords falling to the floor, and the way they block your view, making them unsafe.
We were even surprised to find that over half the states in the US have restricted the use of windshield mounts or made them completely illegal.
We knew there had to be a better way to keep our cars organized and our phones charged.
The EverDock Go is a beautiful charging dock for your car that matches the aesthetics of today's top automobiles.
Made with aircraft-grade aluminum and available in silver and black, you'll be proud to dock your phone in a one-of-a-kind car dock.
The EverDock Go keeps your smartphone charged and available when you need it. No need to go fumbling around in your pockets or purses.
Cars provided an interesting twist for us at Fuse Designs, but our team was up to the challenge. Of course we wanted the EverDock Go to be universal, but with all the proprietary charging cables and auxiliary cables, how would the EverDock Go truly be the only dock you'll ever need?
By using a proprietary and adjustable adapter, we were able to create a dock that allows for any combination of Lightning, micro USB, 30-pin, or auxiliary cable that you or your car may need.
After talking with backers of our original EverDock, it became perfectly clear that people use a wide variety of cases. We wanted to accommodate those as well, so the adapter also has infinite adjustability on the vertical plane and 4 adjustments horizontally, allowing the EverDock Go to accommodate virtually any case on the market.
Compatible with Siri and other voice-enabled services,
Siri,
EverDock
please give me
Go
directions
allows you
home.
to keep your eye on the road and maintain the safety you and your fellow drivers and passengers deserve.
It's people like you who motivate us to make the very best products and tackle unique challenges like the EverDock and the EverDock Go.
Over the years, Greeks have been emigrating abroad to study and work and have been successful in their chosen fields. In 2012, 6,860 Greeks migrated to the UK, while 38,000 currently live there. A group of 5 London graduates from Greece wanted to keep a connection with their homeland. They wanted to foster entrepreneurism, but they agreed that no matter where the entrepreneur is based, they can still make an impact in Greece. This is how Reload Greece was born. Within 18 months, the Reload movement has grown dramatically. Reload Greece is a non-profit hub committed to generating an economic and social impact in Greece. Reload brings together like-minded people open to entrepreneurial opportunities. Reloaders get inspired by successful entrepreneurs by listening to their stories. Reloaders share their ideas and get feedback. Reloaders get introduced to potential partners. We pick up the most promising projects and give them the chance to pitch their story in front of a panel of investors and mentors, which will help them take their ideas to the next level. In just over a year, Reload has organized 8 events in London, featuring a total of 40 entrepreneurs connected to Greece, which have attracted more than 600 reloaders. The result is 32 innovative ideas, and our movement is only starting. Our future plans are to increase reloaders and attract mentors across the world, franchise our events with universities and business enterprises globally, reach out young people across the globe and mobilize them to action. Reload teaches, Reload inspires, Reload directs, Reload economically connects, Reload socially impacts Greece.
Located in central London, the Camden Studio offers a fully soundproofed and air-conditioned studio space for hire, equipped with green room, makeup, and production office. In association with AIM Image and ICE, the Camden Studio offers exclusive combined studio hire packages with camera equipment and complete crewing service when needed.
Hi, I'm Mel with CrowdBox TV, and here are the hottest stories in the crowdfunding world. First up, museums in America are starting to look at crowdfunding as an option to raise money and support an exhibit. The latest is the Autry National Centre of the American West, so museums who usually rely on corporate sponsors have been recently testing their hands at crowdfunding. The Autry Museum is asking for $66,000 to support their new exhibit, Route 66, The Road and the Romance. The exhibit is scheduled to open on June the 8th. 12 months after launching in March 2013, peer-to-peer lender Assets Capital has experienced record growth and smashed through the £20 million lent barrier, facilitating loans worth more than $15 million in the first quarter of 2014. As a result, investors lending through Assets Capital have earned over $1 million in interest since launch. Assets Capital is now one of UK's fastest growing peer-to-peer lending platforms and 6th fastest in the world. The company's exponential growth, including an 83% increase in lending volumes in February 2014, means that it is on track to beat its target of lending £100 million by the end of 2014. Finally, SyncFab is a Kickstarter campaign started in California aiming at streamlining production. The campaign hopes to raise $25,000 to launch its beta version of a 3D printing and hybrid specialty manufacturing community. Well, that's all for today's news, so for a look at these stories and more, just check out our website at crowdbox.tv. Thanks for watching and see you next time. We all know Alice, one of the most popular female characters in history. Her first adventures were written 150 years ago, and nearly every adventure film since then has simply been an adaptation of her adventures in Wonderland. Now it's time for a brand new adventure. Alice on Mars will be a visually stunning display of comedy space opera with great actors, great locations, and an epic story encompassing the entire galaxy. If you love Alice in Wonderland, H.G. Wells, The War of the Worlds, Flash Gordon, then this is the movie for you.
The British Empire is now at war with Mars. Again. Fire! Yes! Lighter.
We're going to Mars.
When people stop seeing the camera, you really begin to see them. Taking a great picture, really you need to blend into the world around you. You need to really not be seen, and not because you're trying to be secretive, but because you want people to be who they are. When people realize that someone is documenting them or something around them, they begin to shift and change the way that they want you to perceive them.
When Thomas first came to me with this idea and we went through it, and I started looking for solutions, there was nothing available on the market. And the first prototype that we built with a sliding lens was really exciting. It was like, this is it, this makes sense.
With the cover lens in place, you can now point your camera directly at your subject without having to hold it up and be so obvious and take your picture.
In order to make this whole thing as compact and as small as possible, we needed to stick with one lens, one piece of glass. It took us almost 8 months to get to the lens that we have now.
The success of cover isn't how many cases we sell. It's the great pictures you make, and we look forward to seeing your images.
The best paper cutter in the world is now portable. The Caterpillar Crop paper cutter is a true working prototype. The team have tested it with customers, listened to their critiques, and implemented the ideas and changes to make the best improvements possible. Let's take a look.
Several years ago, we realized that there was a definite need for a really good, solid paper cutter on the market. Every paper cutter we tried was inaccurate, broke down, needed constant blade replacements. We just knew that there was a better way to cut and that we could come up with something that people would really love. People have been thrilled with their Caterpillar Pro. They love it. We've sold thousands of Caterpillar Pros so far, but the number one feedback we get from our customers, and we've listened to that feedback, is we want something more portable. We want something we can take with us.
That's a good question. More than 10. At least 10. At least 10. Probably like 4 or 5.
Probably like 10 or 12. Yeah.
Probably about 8.
4 or 5 probably that I've gone through.
I would say 6. Oh wow. Probably 5 or 6.
Probably more than I can count. At least 8 or 10.
I couldn't quite get a straight cut on a lot of things, and I didn't like replacing the blade a lot because it got dull so fast.
Yeah, that the blade dulls fast and that it doesn't cut perfectly straight.
I would say the biggest issue is the paper doesn't cut straight. It's hard to get, a nice clean line, and the blade doesn't stay sharp.
Sharper blades that stayed sharper longer. If I had a blade that you could sharpen instead of have to replace, or if you didn't have to replace it as often.
I would like one that cuts multiple sheets of cardstock easily. I would want one that the measurements are very easy to follow.
Well, definitely cutting straight. That's a big thing.
It would have something that cut clean and cut over and over again, clean. That's my big pet peeve.
So we decided to make the Caterpillar Crop. Caterpillar Crop has all the same fantastic features as the Caterpillar Pro, except we've made it 6 inches instead of 14 inches. This way, it's out of a lighter material, it's smaller, it's way more portable, but it's the same fabulous Caterpillar everybody loves. Most cutters' blades get duller and duller with every use, making each cut a little less accurate than the one before. But the Caterpillar's hardened steel rotating blade continually runs up against its hardened steel stationary blade. So rather than getting duller and duller with every use, it maintains its sharpness for years. One of the most frustrating things about using other paper cutters is never knowing exactly where it's going to cut the paper. We have fixed this with the Caterpillar by putting an LED light strip directly underneath the cutting edge. This, more than any other feature, sets us apart from other cutters. People love the LED light strip. It shines underneath the paper and shows you exactly where you're going to cut. It perfectly illuminates the cutting edge. It shines through cardstock, photos, even multiple sheets of paper, and you will always know exactly where you're going to cut. And people rave about this more than anything else. Once you've cut with a LED light strip under your paper, you can never go back to cutting any other way. LED lights are extremely efficient, and they're meant to last for hundreds of thousands of hours without the bulbs burning out. They also run on AA batteries, the easy ones you have around the house, and those are meant to last months, if not years, with regular use. It has all of the same fantastic features as the Caterpillar Pro, including the gear system, the backlighting, the smooth, accurate cuts, except we've made it smaller. So now it's 6 inches wide instead of 14 inches wide. It has a ruler that folds out to 13 inches, but it easily folds back in to make it super portable. It's going to be made of a lighter material. We know people will love it the same way they love their Caterpillar Pro, but the Caterpillar Crop can go with you.
Hello, I'm Imogen Heap and I make music, but the reason I'm here today is because I'm developing some technology to help me get closer to the music I want to make. Now, like most musicians, I often use computers when I'm composing, recording and performing, but I always feel that clicking a mouse or pressing a button, moving a fader, never really enables me to interact expressively with the sounds that I'm producing. I always wished I could control my equipment more naturally. I'm often seen flitting between various different controllers and instruments. It really needed a rethink. I needed something more intuitive. I wanted to be able to play the computer as expressively as I can play the piano, for the movements that I make to be able to reflect the sound that you hear. I finally found the answer: the power of glove. 4 years ago, I began an exciting project with an amazing team of scientists, engineers and artists. I joined forces with the nerd underworld, creating musical gloves using new sensor technology, allowing me to compose and perform music with computers in an intuitive way. We're a small team, developing this in our spare time, in our studios and bedrooms. And we've come a long way since our small beginnings, and lots of people getting really excited about what we're doing and wanting a pair of their very own. But currently you'd need a small team of people to set it all up.
The gloves are laced with the latest developments in high-precision wearable sensor technology, tracking the motion of your hands, recognising postures and detecting sharp movements such as drum hits. The gloves are fitted with lights and vibration motors to provide the wearer with feedback, and they are completely wireless and making you free to roam. We are also developing software that enables the gloves to connect to your system, to design combinations of gestures which are unique to your particular creative application, so no one will ever use the gloves like you.
The gloves can talk to anything that will listen out for MIDI or open sound control, which of course makes them great for making music.
Over the last few years, we've been developing, testing and refining the e-textiles, electronics and software that make up the gloves. And now that we have a robust and stable system, we are almost ready to get the gloves onto other people's hands. Funding this campaign will enable us to make a really important developmental leap, to finalise the gloves design so they're ready to go into production. This will involve transforming my high-maintenance performance gloves into slick, self-contained glove machines that you can plug in at home and quickly compose some sweet glove music of your very own. A small group of collaborators will receive prototype gloves first and will have the opportunity to work closely with us, feeding into the final designs before we go into production. And then a larger group of glovers will be the first group to ever get their hands inside the production gloves, forming a close-knit community of music glovers.
For us, we want you to know this is a lifelong project. And yeah, there are other data gloves out there, but we've taken ours to a whole new level for music making especially. We can't wait to see what you do with them.
Share a scent in a sweet summer breeze, a love for a squeeze. How can you teach me these things?
In the USA, 76 million cases of foodborne illness, resulting in 325,000 hospitalizations and 5,000 deaths, are estimated to occur each year. The Perez story began when the team who created the device collaborated with scientists from Kaunas University of Technology in Lithuania. After more than a year of research and development, the team has now created a second working prototype of the Perez device. Perez works by taking a sample of the air from around the pork, beef, poultry, or fish by detecting the concentration of volatile organic compounds and other gases in the sample and adjusting them according to temperature and humidity. It calculates the freshness and quality of the food product using sensor array and Bluetooth technology. Data are transmitted directly to a smartphone or tablet for calculation of sample data. Users can immediately view the results to help them make an informed choice. The second prototype is an attractive, streamlined device, available in 5 different colors and ergonomically designed so that it is small enough to fit comfortably in the palm of the hand.
Ask you for contribution to convert Perez prototype into a suitable product for everyday use. Please assist me in making safer world, not only for my family, but for yours as well.
Well, a really interesting mix this week of innovations, new products, and some great work in movie creation. Thanks for tuning in. For more info on what we've featured on the show this week, visit our website, crowdbox.tv, and make sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook for the latest news on CrowdBox TV. I'm Stella English. Thanks for watching.